my name is Amanda, and today I am filming my deck of panning update. I am very excited because I get to do another refresh this time. I am going to adjust how I am using my products going forward for this next round as a little bit of a trial run to give myself a little bit more of a challenge, but we will address that when I am talking about the new products that are coming in. I might have to do this for every video, but as a disclaimer, I have 3 9-month-old kittens. They like to decide that it is playtime as I am sitting down to film, so I am just going to let them play. So as I said, I'm rolling in all new products, so let's first talk about the products that are going to be rolling out from the month of August. This will be in no particular order, but the first product that I want to talk about was for the prompt a non-makeup item, and I decided to bring in my Bath & Body Works Daily Nourishing Body Lotion in the scent Poppy. My goal was to finish this, and I was able to do so. I did that in 13 uses, and I think I was a little bit confused in my last video. My crybaby. I was a little confused in my last video, I think, because in the past, like before 2020, I had a plethora of these that I had, made a silent goal of working through. And from what I had thought I remembered, it had taken about 3 months to finish one of these. So that's why when I saw that it was about halfway done, that I thought maybe it'll take a month and a half to get through. It was more like 2 weeks. And I'm pretty sure 2 of the 13 uses were because of using it as a hand lotion versus as a full body lotion. So out of the 13 uses, if I'm remembering correctly, I think 2 of those uses were as a hand lotion versus as a full body lotion. And so it took less than 2 weeks to get through this in terms of the amount of usage. And so I'm pretty happy with that. It ran out right around the start of September. So I'm happy that I am now working on a more autumn themed lotion and body wash now. And I completed my goal. The starting weight of this product was 148 grams. And as it's empty, it is now weighing in at 42 grams. So I used a total of 106 grams of product in order to finish this up. I don't know if that's necessarily impressive because it is a body lotion. I'm using it on my body, so there's a lot more real estate to cover with a lotion versus something like a fragrance. But nonetheless, I'm happy that this summer scent has rolled out as summer has ended. The next product I want to talk about was for the Prompt Impulse, and the item that I brought in was the Skylar Clean Beauty Eau de Parfum in the scent Coconut Cove. I had a goal to finish this product because I wanted to roll it out by the end of summer, and I think this is the 3rd summer that I have had this scent. So I wanted to get it out of my collection, and I was able to do so in 16 uses. And this product, I considered it impulse because I bought it with a few of these Skylar Eau de Parfums, and I think I've just learned now that I am a vanilla scented girl. If I stray outside of that, I don't tend to wear the fragrances very much. So I think I've kind of learned my lesson with these Eau de Parfums, and going forward, hopefully, I am only purchasing more like vanilla scents, or I find my signature scent. So this started out with a weight of 42 grams. It is now weighing in at 40 grams, so I used 2 grams of product. There wasn't a whole lot in here, so I wasn't too surprised to see that number. But nonetheless, it is out of my collection, and I am happy to be paring down on my fragrances. The next prompt that was pulled into the project was Dethroned, and I decided to bring in my Tarte Lippy Lingerie in the shade Exposed. I had this in a mini size. I enjoyed it back then, and when I've repurchased it in the full size, I just haven't been reaching for it a whole bunch. and my goal was just to use it 5 times. And I did exceed that goal a little bit. I did use it 6 times within the project, and there is no weight change on this product. It was 17 grams to start. It is 17 grams now. I also don't have the most precise scale, so I'm not too surprised that the number on the scale didn't move. This product does have quite a bit still left in there. If I'm rolling it down, you can see that it is below the lip. So that's, still pretty good progress in my opinion. Something I did notice is that this felt almost like a powder on my lips towards the end of the day. That's when I was using the shade alone. I didn't have any like lip oil or lip gloss on it. So I'm wondering if I would prefer it that way in the future, just so that my lips don't feel quite as dry by the end of the day. But overall, it's a good product. I do like to wear that more in the fall time because it is a bit of a deeper color on me. So I'm hoping as we're approaching fall that I'll be able to wear it a little bit more. The next product that I want to talk about is my NYX Plump Right Back Primer. This is my go-to primer for work days, specifically because I pair it with a less matte foundation. So something that has more of this like grippy texture like this primer tends to work well with those products for me. And my goal with this product was to use it up, and I was able to do that within 16 uses. And this is a product that I do have a backup of. So I haven't actually brought it into my roundup yet. There is another primer that I am kind of silently working towards finishing. So we'll see if this gets rolled back in sometime soon. But that primer seems to work well with the warmer weather, so I'm trying to ride that ride while I can. So this product had a starting weight of 45 grams, and the end amount of product was 38 grams. So I used a total of 7 grams of product in order to finish it. So within this project, I have completed 3 items in terms of finishing them. So I was able to add that to my empties total. That is always a good feeling. So I was able to include those products within my empties total for the month, and I am now surpassed the $1,200 amount of beauty and hygiene products that I have used up this year, which is definitely a good feeling to get my money's worth out of these products. But before I jump ahead too much, the last prompt that I rolled in for last month was No Pan Left Behind, and I decided to bring in my newest palette in my collection, which is the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette. And I am happy to say that I was able to complete my No Pan Left Behind goal for this product, and there shouldn't be too much of visual difference. I was able to use all of the shades at least one time. There were a few, like I think I used Classic and Vibes and Moody, probably like 2 to 3 times. And the looks that I used, or maybe like So Icy, I think I probably used that at least 3 or 4 times. And it took me 4 looks to complete No Pan Left Behind. If I'm feeling brave, I will have some of the looks featured on the side here. There's only one look that I didn't take a picture of because I did it for work, and because I leave so early in the morning, I don't tend to take pictures of my work looks, but it was using the more cooler tone shades in that palette. And just for fun, I did decide to weigh that product. It weighs in at 250 grams. There was no weight change within the last month. I'm not surprised by that. But that is a hefty product at 250 grams. So as I mentioned, I am able to do a complete refresh for this next round. And I did decide to challenge myself a little bit. For this round, am just trying out a usage goal that is a little bit higher than what I have been doing in the past. So for 3 of the products that I will mention, I randomized the usage goal that was set. and I will talk about those products now. The first thing that I want to mention is that I had pulled in the Ace of Spades, which is a get out of jail free card. I did decide to use that for this round because I pulled in the King of Clubs, which is for the prompt hit a pan. I didn't have anything in my collection that I really wanted to work towards hitting pan on that was not an eyeshadow, and I wanted to reserve that more for my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, which I will link down below if you haven't seen that. And so I did decide to use my get out of jail free card, so that is out. I do want to give a disclaimer. It is September 15th on the day that I am filming this. The prompts were pulled on September 12th, and I started using them on September 13th. So some of these products already have some usage on them. So the first card that was pulled was a 9 of diamonds, and that corresponded to the prompt seasonal. And we are entering fall. When I think of fall, I think of warm tones specifically, but there was actually a product that I thought of specifically that I wanted to focus on within this project. And that comes from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. This is the Peachy Love version. This product has been featured in this project before. I pulled it in for, I believe I got a trio prompt. And I was a little hesitant to bring this in because of that. But this shade that I am thinking of, I didn't actually focus on within the project. So I'm going to be bringing it in now. And it is this reddish blush shade in the shade Ginger. And I specifically thought of red blush when I pulled this prompt in. So I really wanted to bring this product in. And I decided to randomly generate the amount of uses that I would work on this product. And the number that I got was 20. And I am pretty excited about that because this is a product that I haven't used very much, so I want a little bit of a push to get myself some usage on it, especially during the fall months. So I will say I have used this twice already out of the 20 uses, and so far I have mixed all 3 shades, and then I have mixed the red and the peachy shade. And one time I do want to try using it by itself. I think I have done that before and I was a little hesitant, or maybe just a little bit too much out of my comfort zone with that, but I do want to try it again. I don't imagine with 20 uses that I would hit pan or even make a dent. The blush brush that I use is very, it's not very dense to give a more diffused look in terms of applying the blush. So I don't imagine any dips starting to form. This is more so just to get use out of the product. This does have a starting weight of 85 grams. I do anticipate the majority of my looks will be mixing these shades together. So if there is product moving, like if I lose a gram of product, it's not going to be just within this shade, it'll be throughout the whole palette. The next card that I pulled is the 5 of diamonds. This corresponds to the prompt wish list dupe. Why is that so hard to say? And this took me a second, but I did decide there was one product that I felt like could come within the project that did fit with this prompt, and it is my ColourPop Smoke and Roses palette. I wanted to purchase the Natasha Denona Retro palette for the mauve kind of cool toned shades, and I felt like a lot of what was in that palette was in here plus some. And I do like the ColourPop formula. I do like the price of this a lot more than the Natasha Denona palette, and I had seen good reviews on this, so I did decide to pick this one up, and I did do that earlier this year. And the goal for this palette is going to be no pan left behind. There are 30 shades within this palette. I don't think I'm going to get this done within a month. I think
kind of my silent goal will be like if I can make a look one time a week with this palette, that would be fantastic. And I have done with this rose specifically because I had this shade within the project earlier this year. I had rolled in the prompt letter, or I had selected the prompt letter and worked on Is This Love? And when I did that, I created a look in this row. I really enjoyed that. So I am curious if I can continue to do that, if each row will make a cohesive look. And if that is the case, that would be, six rows, 6 times 6 weeks. If that was a, kind of a silent side goal of creating one look with the palette a week, we will see. This is one I'm not trying to rush through. I do want to focus more so on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, but I felt like I couldn't find another product in my collection that fit this prompt that I hadn't already focused on. I think this is the second or potentially the third time that I have had this prompt rolled into the project, and now I'm getting to the point of I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna do No Pan Left Behind on Smoke and Roses. And just for fun, I did weigh this product. It is 329 grams to start. I don't think I'm going to make any significant dent in order to, even get a gram of product used up. But just for fun, we'll see. The next card that I pulled was a Jack of Diamonds, and this corresponds to a cream or liquid product. I think I've also had this prompt maybe 2 or 3 times now. And what I decided to go with for this prompt is a lipstick. And the lipstick that I am going to focus on for a little bit is my ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Layover. This is one I enjoy using more so in the autumn, in the fall, and now is the time. So there is still a significant amount of product left in here, and I am just going to set a usage goal because there is no way that I'm going to finish that. So the random number generator generated 25 uses for this product. That is a lot. I hope that that is something that I can accomplish within this project. But really, now is the time to get those 25 uses in. So I am going to try to focus on this more for warmer toned looks that I am doing throughout the month. So I don't like marking lipsticks on paper. It gets way too messy for me, and there's too much, I don't want to break the product, so I'm not going to do that. I did take a picture of it next to a box just to see if within the 25 uses how far it will go down compared to a standard measurement with the box. So we will see with that. This is also where it's at rolled into the packaging, so it's down there quite a ways. We'll see if it is going to get down much lower. So I did decide to weigh this product. It weighs in at 31 grams. I think with 25 uses, there is some potential to see at least a gram of product used up. So we will see with this one. The next card that was pulled in was the King of Hearts, and I think this is again another one that I've had at least the second time. And what's funny is that I tend to pull in a Black King and a Red King at the same time. I think that's what happened last time this was rolled in, but I decided just to keep this one for Hazapan. And the product that I decided I wanted to focus on is my ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter in Flexitarian. And this is one that I wanted to bring in now because I tend to only wear this for cooler toned looks. And I don't tend to wear this one at work because it does have more of a glitter to it versus like a sheen. I am wearing it today. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on my not very updated camera, but this is one that I decided again to randomize the number of uses. and I got 20 uses for this product as well. I think potentially it could be easy if I do wear this to work. I feel like I had worn it to work one time and I didn't feel super comfortable with it. I tend to wear my more sheeny highlighter versus glittery highlighter. So we'll see with this product. I should test it at least one time going to work just to see how confident I feel, and if I don't, then I will just use it at home. So this product weighs in at 28 grams. I am hoping to see more visual progress versus, progress on the scale, although that would be nice too. So because I rolled out the Black King, I picked one more card and I was very happy to get the Queen of Hearts for the Pick Your Space prompt. And the prompt that I decided to choose was for Represent Another Project. So the project that I am thinking of is the Taylor Swift Project Pan Your Version. This is something I haven't seen on YouTube, but I have seen it on my Instagram, which is why I decided to feature it here. It looks super cute. I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, and if I wasn't doing, 3 total projects, I might have wanted to be included in this one. But this is a way that I get to feature it. I will have the Instagram account linked down below where I found this. I believe she is also the creator of the project. So for this project, it is, each month there is a Taylor Swift album that is selected, and each song correlates to a different prompt. So the album that I decided to go with was actually for September's album for Reputation, and the song I selected was Delicate, which corresponds to fragile packaging. The reason I decided to select this prompt is because I actually dropped a product at work this week. The packaging broke, and now I am more inclined in order to start moving this product out of my collection. So the item that I am talking about is the CoverGirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder Oil Control. And my product looks like this right now. It has a nice, big, shiny pan. And I typically am using this to blot my face at work because I am a little bit on the oily side. And because I dropped the packaging, it will no longer stay open. And that's going to make this a lot more challenging to take it back and forth to work with. But I still have quite a bit of product on the outside here, so I think I could still take it to work with me in order to continue blotting my face. The way that I will count uses is if I'm using it as a, blotting my face, it counts as one use. If I use it to set my eyeshadow down, it will also count as one use. My initial goal is going to be for 50 uses on this product. I want to see what 50 uses does for it. I don't think that 50 uses is going to finish this up, but I do want to get more use on it as a blotting powder. I don't like repressing my powder products very much, especially something like this, where it's going to be, I think, a whole different ball game because I can't really press it hard enough in order to get the same texture in here again. So what I'm kind of imagining will happen is that I will continue using this to set my face, but once it gets to a point where I can't, get my powder puff in there effectively, then I will start using this with the goal of using it just as an eyeshadow primer setter, and get this product out of my collection. So of the 5 products that I brought in, I don't think I'll be able to roll out any of them next month. That's kind of a little bit of a bummer, but the randomization is, I wanted to give myself a little bit more of a challenge. We will see what I can do with those 20 to 25 uses really. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go or checking out some of the other projects that I am doing on this channel. linked down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.